Hey everybody, this week's Benji is brought to you by I'm pretty late with the episode because it was just a travesty. It was just it needs work and shit. It's all shit. Needs work. And my internet was down, and then I had my doctor's appointment. And I had the appointment to see a counselor, which I'll get to in a moment. And I've just been busy with other stuff this week. So, I apologize for the lack of an episode. And let's go ahead and start. So, a quick recap of this week. The biggest thing being that my friends are back from overseas. Glad to have them home. They came back yesterday. So that's pretty cool. Glad to have them home. And went and got fitted with pants with Lance for Vic's wedding, so that's pretty exciting. It's coming up pretty close. Shit. And went to the counselor, the social services. Went to go talk to somebody about my depression. Went well. It was an evaluation. And so the meds, the idea of getting on meds is still there, but like I had said before, I wanted to just talk to somebody first and go from there. And I didn't want to see a doctor because I just didn't want to be given pills to be given pills. And I think I knew that I was going to be in for another shitty few days or week or whatever. Not shitty, but I'm glad I went and made the appointment. And yesterday was a big test of my patience and whatnot. I was working on something for a friend. I didn't really have that much time to think it through, and I screwed it up. And it wasn't just one thing, it was a couple of things for people. I just kept screwing up. The last couple of things I've done, they were looking so well, or they were executed well, and then I did something and I went from this to this. And when I'm just doing it for myself, that's okay, it's part of the learning process. But, when that was for somebody, I just feel like an ass. And then my phone fucking died, which, well, let's check and see if it's back on now. Yesterday, it does this stupid reboot thing. Now I'll see if hopefully it'll turn on. I don't even know if it'll turn on. Yeah, it's doing this. I have a theory that I have some kind of mutant power where if I'm in a negative mood, usually anger and frustration, I must send out some kind of EMP because things just start to fuck up. It wasn't plugged in then, it wasn't... Anyway. The reason I wanted to go now to talk to somebody about my depression is because I can't let that stop me anymore. Most of my life, two things have been the biggest setback in any of my progress. One being my drinking, and two being my depression. And depression for me is not just, I'm sad. It's a compilation of a weight of things where, I handle stress very, very well. But everybody has their breaking point. And at some point, my stress level from all sides is gonna peak while coinciding with a downward trajectory of my depression. And when they cross paths, it's just like boom. Not like boom an explosion, but like boom a silence of nothing. I just feel like nothing. I don't feel anything. A couple of days of that ends up being a week, and then I don't have an episode for you because the one I keep screwing up, and I just don't want to. I waste my time debating on if I should do the audio over again, if I should rewrite it, not read it. Oh, because the issue was the narrative for the episode, and just reading it didn't work because I wasn't used to reading out loud. I haven't done it in a long time, and I used to be really good at it. I used to be better at it. Now, I mean, what should have took like 8 minutes was like a half hour. So I had started to chop it down, and it was taking too long. And I'll get to that one maybe next week. I needed to get something done, and so I could feel productive and stay accountable. So here we are. I was lost for a little bit. I don't know where it was, or how I got there, but I was lost. As lost could be when you're me. And I happened upon a midnight dreary when I went down to that street on Erie, off Erie. I bought a slushie and 2 Cokes, and I ran into this guy. He wanted to sell me a luggage set. I told the dude no, I wasn't interested, but he just kept pushing this Samsonite leather case on me and said that a man of my stature should have the leather, rolling behind me like a train, like a soul train, he said. And I'm all about the soul train, so I gave him the money in my pocket, about $17.93, and then him and me got into his Dodge pickup and headed down the street. And the dude just went on and on and on about, like, man, if you just walk out and the first person you see with a balloon, punch him in the gut, like give him a gut check, and they'll let it go, and it goes off into the air, and you can just watch it float away, and this person, like, drop to the ground if you hit him hard enough and off guard. And it's like this amazing feeling of empathy and awe at the same time. And he said it'll blow your mind. So I did it at a seniors resort in Florida when we were visiting some family. And I got escorted off by a Cuban in a golf cart. It was very nice, man. He thought it was funny, but he couldn't laugh till we were outside the gate, Because the dude was old. I had to make sure it was going to count, in my life. I'm going to probably only have a chance to do that once, where I'll be able to physically know, that I'll physically be able to fucking, and get that reaction. Now, what are the odds of that same person holding a balloon? Come on. Let alone a bouquet of happy 100th pop, pop. And he wasn't expecting it either. I mean, I don't even think he like had any inclination. I mean, he was probably thinking he was gonna punch me for my cane, for my wood, you know. So that was a good trip. Well, we had to stay an extra week, you know, in county, so we were a little bit late to work, but it was cool.